When dealing with intermittent electrical service vibration, several factors should be considered. Firstly, loose connections are a common cause. Check all electrical connections, including the main breaker, service strap, mast, and panel, and tighten any loose connections you find. Secondly, inspect the wiring for any damage or loose strands. Replace damaged wires if necessary. Ensure that all components, such as transformers and meters, are properly secured and not vibrating. If the service drop is suspected, ensure it is taut enough to prevent it from oscillating in the wind. Adjust the tension as needed. Verify if the vibration occurs at a specific frequency that could potentially resonate with the structure of the building. Insulate or dampen any resonating surfaces if resonance is the cause. Inspect for any objects or debris that may be contacting the electrical equipment and causing vibration. Remove or adjust as necessary. Even if the transformer has been replaced, there could still be an underlying issue. Test the transformer for proper operation or replace it if defective. Fluctuations in voltage or current on the power line can sometimes cause intermittent vibration in electrical equipment. Contact the power company to investigate and resolve the issue. Improper grounding can lead to electrical noise and vibration. Check the grounding system and ensure it is properly connected. Environmental factors such as cold weather or humidity can affect the behavior of electrical components. Monitor the vibration under different weather conditions. Investigate if the vibration is originating from a structural problem in the building. Contact a qualified contractor for inspection if structural issues are suspected. To pinpoint the source of the noise, use a vibration analyzer. Record the vibration and send it to a qualified electrician for analysis. Keep a log of the vibration occurrences, including the time, frequency, and any noticeable patterns. Regular communication with the customer is crucial to gather feedback and update them on the troubleshooting process. It's important to methodically check each potential cause. Start with the most accessible and common issues, such as loose connections and visible damage. When checking electrical connections, ensure the power is off to prevent electrical shock. Use appropriate safety gear such as insulated gloves and eye protection. When inspecting wiring, look for signs of corrosion, fraying, or damage to the insulation. These can indicate potential problems that could lead to vibration and other electrical issues. If you find any damaged wires, replace them with wires of the same gauge and type. When tightening connections, use the appropriate torque specifications for the connectors. Over-tightening can damage the connectors, while under-tightening can lead to loose connections and vibration. Check the mounting of the electrical panel itself. If the panel is not securely mounted to the wall, it can vibrate and amplify any noise coming from the electrical components. Ensure that the panel is properly anchored to the wall studs or other structural members. Consider the path of the electrical service entrance. If the service entrance conduit is routed through areas that are prone to vibration, such as near heavy machinery or traffic, the vibration could be transmitted to the electrical panel. Try to reroute the conduit or add vibration dampening materials to reduce the transmission of vibration. Electrical equipment can sometimes generate harmonic frequencies that can cause vibration. These harmonics can be caused by nonlinear loads such as electronic devices and lighting. A harmonic analyzer can be used to identify the presence of harmonics and determine if they are contributing to the vibration problem. If harmonics are present, consider using harmonic filters to reduce their impact. Check the voltage and current levels at the electrical panel. Unbalanced voltage or current can cause vibration in electrical equipment. Use a multimeter to measure the voltage and current on each phase of the electrical system. If there is a significant imbalance, investigate the cause and take corrective action. In some cases, the vibration may be caused by a faulty appliance or piece of equipment within the building. Try turning off different appliances and pieces of equipment one at a time to see if the vibration stops. If you identify a faulty appliance, have it repaired or replaced. Also examine the grounding electrode system. Ensure that the grounding electrode is properly installed and connected to the electrical system. A loose or corroded grounding connection can cause electrical noise and vibration. Clean and tighten any corroded grounding connections. If the grounding electrode is damaged or ineffective, replace it. Consider the possibility of electromagnetic interference or EMI. EMI can cause electrical noise and vibration in sensitive electronic equipment. Shielding the electrical panel or using EMI filters can help to reduce the impact of EMI. If the vibration is more pronounced during certain times of the day or night, it may be related to the electrical load in the system. During peak load periods, the voltage may drop or fluctuate, which can cause vibration in electrical equipment. Consider installing a voltage regulator to stabilize the voltage during peak load periods. Check the surge protection devices in the electrical panel. Surge protectors can sometimes fail and cause electrical noise and vibration. Test the surge protectors to ensure that they are functioning properly. Replace any faulty surge protectors. If the electrical panel is located near a source of water, such as a leaky pipe or roof, moisture can get into the panel and cause corrosion and electrical problems. Check for any signs of water damage and repair any leaks. Clean and dry the electrical panel if it has been exposed to moisture. Consider the age of the electrical panel and components. Older electrical equipment may be more prone to vibration and other problems. If the electrical panel is old and in poor condition, consider replacing it with a new one. The building structure itself can contribute to vibration problems. If the building is old or has structural issues, it may be more prone to vibration. Consult with a structural engineer to assess the building's structural integrity and make any necessary repairs. Certain types of lighting, such as fluorescent and LED, can sometimes cause vibration in electrical equipment. Try replacing the lighting with different types of lighting to see if it reduces the vibration. Check the mounting of the electrical conduit. If the conduit is not properly supported, it can vibrate and transmit noise to the electrical panel. Ensure that the conduit is securely supported and that there are no loose connections. In some cases, the vibration may be caused by a nearby construction project or other activity that is generating ground vibrations. If this is the case, the vibration may be temporary and will stop once the construction project is completed. Consider the proximity of the electrical panel to other equipment, such as HVAC systems or generators. These systems can generate vibration that can be transmitted to the electrical panel. Try to isolate the electrical panel from these sources of vibration. If the vibration is accompanied by other symptoms, such as flickering lights or power outages, it may indicate a more serious electrical problem. Contact a qualified electrician to investigate and repair the problem. Also review the local electrical codes and regulations to ensure that the electrical system is in compliance. Non-compliant electrical systems can be more prone to vibration and other problems. Finally, document all of your troubleshooting steps and findings. This will help you to track your progress and to identify any patterns or trends that may be related to the vibration problem. By systematically checking each of these potential causes, you can narrow down the source of the vibration and take the appropriate corrective action. Remember to prioritize safety and consult with a qualified electrician if you are not comfortable working with electrical equipment. The troubleshooting process can be complex and may require specialized tools and knowledge. It's better to err on the side of caution and to seek professional help if needed. Furthermore, intermittent problems can be particularly challenging to diagnose. The vibration may not be present when you are inspecting the electrical system, making it difficult to identify the cause. In these cases, it's helpful to gather as much information as possible from the customer, including the time of day when the vibration occurs, the weather conditions, and any other relevant details. Use this information to narrow down the potential causes and to focus your troubleshooting efforts. Don't overlook the possibility of multiple contributing factors. The vibration may be caused by a combination of several different issues such as loose connections, damaged wiring, and power line noise. It's important to address all of the underlying problems in order to fully resolve the vibration issue. If the power company has already replaced the transformer and monitored the voltage and current, it's likely that the problem is not related to the main electrical service. Focus your attention on the electrical panel and the wiring within the building. If you are unable to identify the cause of the vibration, consider hiring a specialized electrical contractor who has experience in troubleshooting complex electrical problems. They may have access to advanced diagnostic tools and techniques that can help to pinpoint the source of the vibration. Consider using thermal imaging to check for hotspots in the electrical panel and wiring. Hotspots can indicate loose connections or overloaded circuits, which can contribute to vibration problems. Ensure that all electrical work is performed by qualified and licensed electricians. This will help to ensure that the work is done safely and correctly and that the electrical system is in compliance with local codes and regulations. Keep a detailed record of all electrical work that is performed, including the date, the work that was done, and the name of the electrician who performed the work. This record can be helpful for future troubleshooting and maintenance. Periodically inspect the electrical system to identify and correct any potential problems before they become major issues. This can help to prevent vibration and other electrical problems. Educate the customer about the importance of electrical safety and maintenance. Encourage them to report any unusual noises, vibrations, or other electrical problems to a qualified electrician. Provide the customer with a list of qualified and licensed electricians in their area. This will make it easier for them to find help when they need it. Advise the customer to avoid overloading electrical circuits. Overloaded circuits can cause voltage drops and other electrical problems that can contribute to vibration. Encourage the customer to use energy-efficient appliances and lighting. This can help to reduce the electrical load in the system and to prevent vibration problems. Promote the use of surge protection devices to protect sensitive electronic equipment from power surges and other electrical disturbances. Power surges can cause vibration and other electrical problems. The building's grounding system is critical for safety and for preventing electrical noise and vibration. Ensure that the grounding system is properly designed and installed. Check the resistance of the grounding system to ensure that it is within acceptable limits. Low resistance grounding is essential for proper operation of the electrical system. If the building has a metal water pipe, it should be bonded to the electrical grounding system. This helps to prevent electrical shock hazards. The bonding connection should be made as close as possible to the point where the water pipe enters the building. If the building has a gas pipe, it should also be bonded to the electrical grounding system. This helps to prevent electrical shock hazards. The bonding connection should be made as close as possible to the point where the gas pipe enters the building. All metal enclosures, such as electrical panels and junction boxes, should be properly grounded. This helps to prevent electrical shock hazards. The grounding conductors should be sized according to the requirements of the National Electrical Code, or NEC. The grounding conductors should be securely connected to the metal enclosures. Use appropriate grounding connectors. Regularly inspect the grounding system for any signs of corrosion or damage. Repair or replace any damaged grounding components. In addition to the electrical system, consider the mechanical systems in the building. Mechanical systems, such as HVAC systems and pumps, can generate vibration that can be transmitted to the electrical system. Isolate the mechanical systems from the electrical system as much as possible. Use vibration isolation mats to reduce the transmission of vibration from mechanical systems to the building structure. Regularly maintain the mechanical systems to ensure that they are operating properly. Properly maintained mechanical systems are less likely to generate vibration. Consider the location of the electrical panel in relation to other equipment and activities in the building. Avoid locating the electrical panel near sources of vibration or noise. If the electrical panel must be located near a source of vibration or noise, use vibration isolation techniques to reduce the transmission of vibration. The electrical panel should be easily accessible for maintenance and repair. Ensure that there is adequate clearance around the electrical panel. The electrical panel should be protected from physical damage. Consider installing a protective barrier around the electrical panel. The electrical panel should be properly labeled. All circuits should be clearly identified. The electrical panel should be kept clean and free of debris. Dust and dirt can accumulate inside the electrical panel and cause electrical problems. The electrical panel should be inspected regularly for any signs of damage or wear. Repair or replace any damaged components. A qualified electrician should perform all electrical work on the electrical panel. This helps to ensure that the work is done safely and correctly. Document all electrical work that is performed on the electrical panel. This record can be helpful for future troubleshooting and maintenance. Educate the customer about the importance of electrical safety and maintenance. Encourage them to report any unusual noises, vibrations, or other electrical problems to a qualified electrician. Provide the customer with a list of qualified and licensed electricians in their area. This will make it easier for them to find help when they need it. Finally, if the vibration persists despite all troubleshooting efforts, it may be necessary to consult with a vibration analysis specialist. A vibration analysis specialist can use advanced techniques to identify the source of the vibration and recommend solutions. They may use specialized equipment, such as accelerometers and spectrum analyzers, to measure the vibration and identify its frequency and amplitude. They may also perform modal analysis to identify the natural frequencies of the building structure. Based on their findings, the vibration analysis specialist can recommend specific steps to reduce or eliminate the vibration. These steps may include modifying the electrical system, modifying the building structure, or installing vibration isolation equipment. In some cases, it may be necessary to relocate the electrical panel or other equipment. Vibration analysis can be a complex and time-consuming process, but it can be the most effective way to resolve persistent vibration problems. It is important to choose a vibration analysis specialist who has experience in troubleshooting electrical vibration problems. Ask for references and check their credentials before hiring them. Be prepared to provide the vibration analysis specialist with as much information as possible about the vibration problem. This includes the time of day when the vibration occurs, the weather conditions, and any other relevant details. The more information you can provide, the more likely the vibration analysis specialist will be able to identify the cause of the vibration. Once the vibration problem has been resolved, it is important to take steps to prevent it from recurring. This may include implementing a regular maintenance program, modifying the electrical system, or installing vibration isolation equipment. By taking these steps, you can help to ensure that the electrical system operates safely and reliably for many years to come.